On today's episode of the DeRaud-Messinger Show, we make our Texas high school football Dylan championship picks. High school football fans, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. It's greatly appreciated. Dylan, we're here. We've had many right picks on this journey here, and a couple of just painful losses, but mostly right picks. But championship week is here in high school football land, and Dylan, that means the stakes, of course, this season are at its highest. And the first game that we have high stakes for. I mean, can we get another rematch? We got number 5 in D1 of 6A, number 5 Duncanville versus number 1 Northshore. Now, Dylan, Northshore is a team that I covered last weekend against Westlake, and their defense, as always, is looking top notch, led by 2025 five-star cornerback Devon Sanchez. Now, I love the name. So already in terms of names, they're on their way to a state title. There's no other way to put it. But Dylan,
Yep.
Duncanville, it's just a hard matchup for North Shore. Duncanville up front, they got Colin Simmons on the edge, Alex January at defensive line. Decorian Moore, the 2025 five-star wide receiver, is going to be matched up against Sanchez. So that's the matchup to watch for Duncanville. This is a tough one. Duncanville has been, showing their stride over North Shore as of late. I think they win this championship as well.
Yeah, Devin. I mean, again, just with this North Shore team, the way that we've been covering them, they have answered pretty much not necessarily every test, but every team that they've gone against, they have just been destroying them. The consistency there is exactly what you look for out of a state title team. And then on the other side with Duncanville, they've been taking care of business, but it hasn't looked the same Duncanville-esque. And with Caleb Bailey, a quarterback from North Shore, you need those defenses that are holding teams to 6 points per game. And it hasn't been there this season. I think North Shore is going to be able to move the ball. They have got the defense also to shut down this Duncanville offense. Devin, I'm going to have to take North Shore in this one, and I think I've taken Duncanville like every time they play each other. So new year, new
He's a
me.
changed
I got
man.
North Shore winning this. Yeah, I got North Shore winning.
All
Now their
right.
next one, we have 6A D2. Sadly, Devin, I was wrong, but we got number 9 Summer Creek against number 2 DeSoto. I say that because Sybil Steele unable to make it into this final round, Devin. And DeSoto coming off a really good win over Carroll. Close game, closer than I thought it would be, to be honest. 45-38. But again, this DeSoto team, they're just so good all around. We've talked about their impressive win over Duncanville. They have a ton of playmakers on each side of the ball. I think it's gonna be too much for Summer Creek to match up against. I've got DeSoto winning 6-AD2, Devin.
Good to hear you giving Summer Creek, their due, Dylan. The
Yeah.
Fighting Kelvin
Uh-oh.
Banks, I should say. They finally got to this level of competition in terms of the championship game. But Dylan, what a draw it is. As you said, DeSoto, the one team to beat Duncanville this season. Quarterback DJ Bailey has been on fire this year and last. Top target Dalen Singleton has also been, just on the same page all year. And then DeAndre Tiger Ryden, what a name. The running back for the Eagles has been back and healthy for a little while now, and has efficiently been, just putting up results down on the paper. Last time I saw him, I believe it was about 2 weeks ago now. He only had 10 carries, but he only needed 10 carries to get 100 yards and a touchdown. I mean, they do it efficiently. DeSoto just barely, got that win against Southlake. But,
Yeah.
Dylan, in the end, barely doesn't matter. A win is a win. I got DeSoto in this one. Next game we have 5AD1. This is an exciting one, too. Number 4, Smithson Valley versus number 1, Aledo. Now, Dylan, I mean, the argument for Aledo, of course, is that championship experience. Their quarterback, Haas Haney, leads the way once again with a talented roster. We can say all we want to say about Aledo, but you guys know the argument. Aledo, just they're championship town, championship city, whatever their little saying is. My point here, though, is can the Texas commit at wide receiver for Smithson Valley make things interesting in Freddie DeBose? We'll see. I never want to bet against Aledo, particularly at this round of the playoffs. Dylan, what do you think?
And that's the thing. There's just really no way you can bet against Aledo. They've been here, they've done it before. When you talk about teams kind of showing up in the playoffs, the usual consistent factor that you got to look at is the players that they've had, and when they've won titles that year prior, are those same players still on the team? And in Aledo's case, they are. They've got the experience. It's not that it's just in their school's history that they win. No, this is the
It's
team,
recent
the players
history.
that have been there. Exactly. They've done it. They know how to win these games, and that's so important in a state title matchup. So, Devin, I know I'm probably picking with the majority here. Nothing too crazy, but I just think Aledo is just so tough to match up against, especially for Smithson Valley.
All right, now talking about some other teams that have recent history in terms of state titles. We got the lightning round here. Of course, still in final rank, lightning round. We got all the championship games that are remaining here. We got 5A D2. I apologize for jumping off the train a little bit before Dylan, but I still had my hand on the railing. I am back. Number 4, South Oak Cliff versus number 3, Port Neches Grove. Now, PNG, Dylan, you want to know one thing about that team is A, that they're talented, but B, they got some of the craziest fans. They are going to show up and be loud. I can guarantee that. Now, South Oak Cliff, though, they also like to get the scene a little bit rowdy. This is actually a quite even matchup, Dylan. I've seen picks going both ways. But I just have to, yet again, I got a hand on the railing for the Golden Bears. I got South Oak Cliff in this one, repping D-Town.
Yeah, and with a lot of analysis, you could point at like Port Neches Grove is more of the they've got the better trenches. They've got the better offensive line, better defensive line, and then the South Oak Cliff, I would say, skill player wise, they've got some of the best in the country. All-time fan base matchup. But again, South Oak Cliff, Devin, we talk about recent history. They've been here before, Port Neches Grove, just now up into this, area to have a chance to take this home. I just like we've talked about South Oak Cliff, they've just been killer in these playoffs the way they've been playing. I've got them winning this one as well. And then next one we have 4A D1, Tyler Chapel Hill against number 2, Anna.
Oh, boy.
Devin, talk about a sleeper making it all the way. It's difficult not to pick Anna here. Tyler Chapel Hill on the other side, they've got a very good defense. They've got an offense that moves the ball. This is not going to be a cakewalk for Anna at all. This might be one of the closer games that you're going to see. But I got to go with my sleeper, not just because they're my sleeper. I do think they're the better team going into this. Maybe a bit of it because they're my sleeper, but I do have Anna winning this.
Dylan, that sounds like a lot of bias over there. Anna bias, I might add. Now, Chapel Hill, like we said, they are the sleeper here, but that's no disrespect to them, too. They've been ranked all year and pretty much just dropped out of the rankings that last week, the regular season. They're the unranked team, of course, against number 2, Anna. Chapel Hill, though, Dylan, like I was talking about that last matchup, a lot of the picks for this game are pretty split. I've been picking Anna all year. There's been no hand on the railing, hand off the railing situation. I've been on board on my seat. I'm going to ride that pick to a state title win. We'll see if that pays off. The next game we have, this is another good one. 4A D2, number 10 Gilmer. Dylan, where's Carthage? Versus number 6 Belleville. I mean, I picked Carthage too. It was a surprising one. Now this is a interesting matchup here. Belleville, doing speaking of the trenches a couple games ago in your picks, Belleville's got that Battle of the Trenches won in their recent matchups. I'm gonna go Belleville. I got a friend that went to high school there, Dylan. I'm gonna rep for her.
Do you have a gun to your head right now?
No gun to my head. I can
No.
promise you that.
Making sound decisions. Yeah, I got to agree. I mean, they've been playing killer. They've been blowing teams out. They've had impressive wins. And Belleville, again, especially in the 4A D2 division, when you got the trenches won, that is a huge factor. So I got them winning this. Next one, we have 3A D1. Number 8, Franklin against number 2, Malikov. Devin, this is a tough one just with Franklin's recent title victories against Malikov. That again, looking to get one here. I feel it's been split based off people that have been talking about it. I'm going to go with the higher ranked team here in Malikov, just given the consistency they've been playing with both sides of the ball, but this is not going to be an easy win for them.
Yeah, Dylan and I have been talking about, close matchups, pretty much every matchup, and of course, it's the state title week. That's what you're going to expect. But this was the game I had the hardest time picking, Dylan, because I also boxed in Malikov. Of course, the higher ranked team here in the number 2 versus number 8 against Franklin. But like you said, Franklin, recent success. I'm still believing there's some carryover there, Dylan, something in the water in Franklin. But in terms of strength of schedule, yes, I waited this long to bring up the strength of schedule argument. That playoff strength of schedule for Franklin has been quite mighty. They got a payback win against Lorena and then just kept on rolling. I got Franklin here, but yet again, I wouldn't be surprised if you get, the one-up game on me here. Next game we have 3AD2, number 3 Tidehaven versus number 1 Gunter. Dylan, Gunter last couple years has just been the formidable giant at this level, and they've been that this whole season. I got Gunter.
Yeah, I really don't see that changing in this one, just with how they've been playing all year. So I have Gunter as well. Next one, we have 2AD1, number 3 Tolar Devon against number 1 Timpson. Again, this is a state title pick for me in Timpson. They've really given me no reason not to pick them just with the athleticism they have, especially on offense. But this defense plays incredibly well, too. So I've got them winning. Honestly, I think more than 10 points in this one, Devin.
All right, all right. See, this is a interesting small school matchup, Dylan. I have one friend that it's not just a single opinion here, but I talked to him about Terry Bussey, the Timpson athlete who plays on both sides of the ball. And he told me, yet again, this is not a single opinion here. I think Dave Campbell's, the people over there, like him and give him a similar grade in terms of opinion. But he said the best high school football player in the state of Texas since Kyler Murray. Now, Dylan, what did Kyler do? Kyler won championships. I got Timpson winning here.
Yep.
I don't know as big as you say, but I do have them winning that game with his efforts. Now, we're getting into some more familiar small school territory. 2AD2, number 2 Mart versus number 1 Albany. Oh, Dylan, this is hard. This is like picking against Aledo. I don't like doing it, especially in this round. But Albany, similar to Gunter, has been at the pole position this entire year. It would be a shame if they lost it now. I got Albany.
Yeah, this is one of the ones where you make your pick and you just walk away and close your eyes because it's just a really tough one to pick. Mart, one of the biggest powers, in the 2A division, like 2AD2 division. But Albany, like you were talking about, they've been consistent all year. They've been taking care of business. They've stayed number 1. I love the way they play. Scared of Mart team, Devin, but I do have Albany winning in this game. Next one, we have 1AD1, number 4 Westbrook against number 1 Gordon. This is weird. Not used to Westbrook not being the favored team here, Devin. But that's not going to change the fact that I am picking them to win this state title. Give me Westbrook.
Yeah, Dylan, I'm in the same boat, actually. It might be a surprise. Westbrook, just one of our favorites in 1A, and any chance I get to pick them, I got to pick them, and I can't, disobey here in terms of my my teams. Westbrook, I got winning this one in the last game, but also one of the first games in terms of next week's play. 1AD2, number 2 Oglesby versus number 1 Benjamin. Yet again, similar argument to Gunter and Albany. Benjamin's been that pole position all year, has been the favorite to win coming into the season. I have Benjamin.
Yeah, Oglesby's been the team that I seemingly pick against pretty much every week, Devin, and they're the ones to prove me wrong. But Benjamin is a whole different team compared to the other games that they've had against. I've got Benjamin in this one, taking it home.
And more importantly than our opinions, which games will you be watching? Where did we get it right? Where did we get it wrong? What are your picks? Let us know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day.